All right, we are back. I think I found a solution, and apparently I failed tech. Uh, so let's see here. Where are we at? Daytona or Talladega? I don't know. So anyway, iRacing has this ridiculous. Um, today's kind of an in-between day. Normally the new week switches over on Monday nights, and so tonight they have an in-between day because season 3 doesn't start till tomorrow. So I have learned when they do that they put out some ridiculous races. And where is Talladega at? Oh, there it is. We're just going to pick the standard setup for Talladega. I like 10-1 in the trucks. We're going to run trucks against all kinds of other cars. Car tomorrow. I think there's a Mazda in here. We're going to do 18 laps here. Unofficial race at Talladega. I'm sure this is going to be a shit show. Probably wreck out 3 or 4 times. Thank God it's unofficial, or I probably wouldn't be doing it. And I think after these 18 laps, that'll be enough time for us to jump in that Charlotte race. I'm not real sure what happened with that
Good luck, everybody.
hosted race we were going to do, but it went down, or I got kicked. I believe I probably got kicked. I'm not sure. It's probably because I didn't qualify. They thought I was probably just sitting in the lobby. It was about full. The host probably had somebody that they wanted to get in the lobby, so they probably kicked the guy that they didn't know who it was. I was just jumping in there to do that, to run some laps before we do the hosted Charlotte race, and buy some time. But if you got the little notification and just came across the channel, this is Stuck in the Catchfence. If you're watching on Twitch, please give us a follow. We are going to try to start providing a lot more iRacing content if you're into that. And also, we're going to do a little bit of, provide over on Twitch, a little bit of NASCAR 2003. I play that, run that a little bit. I still enjoy it. And I know Ryan Peters with the channel, he has it. I'm not sure about Travis. Travis probably, he's a real race car driver, so he probably does not have time for NASCAR 2003. I'm not sure. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, like I said, have said repeatedly, we are primarily a YouTube channel. We provide NASCAR content over on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please head on over there and subscribe to us as well. But we're kind of branching out. We're new to Twitch. We've had a Facebook page for a while, and we do put everything out on Facebook. But YouTube has been our primary focus. Had the channel up a little over a year. Kind of spawned. Ryan Peters and I used to do a little bit of local radio together. Had a sports show on local radio. Did some broadcasting of local sports. Realized we were both really big fans of NASCAR, pretty passionate about it. So we we were doing sports podcasts and kind of a NASCAR show for another YouTube channel, and decided to kind of start our own. Ryan Peters decided to branch out, start his own channel. I came with him, and we got pretty hot and heavy into it last NASCAR season. And then I had to step away for a little bit for football. Took up a whole bunch of my time. And Travis Butt was kind enough to finish out the NASCAR season with Ryan Peters last year. Turned out to be an incredible addition to the channel. And kind of taken off from there. But Travis Butt was into iRacing, and it's got me addicted to it. And we figured, we're pretty passionate about iRacing as well. Why not stream that out? So here we are. Which, if you're over on Twitch, I do have the Twitch chat pulled up. If you want to throw a message up on the Twitch chat, I'll be able to see it.
One more lap to go.
All right, qualified. Normally don't qualify at Talladega. or any super speedway. I normally just start in the back, but I figure we're just running this race for fun, kind of waiting on Charlotte and that next hosted race, so we'll go ahead and qualify. I actually find Talladega, you know, when you first get on iRacing and you run this race at Talladega, it's super exciting, but I actually find it quite boring to drive this track. I think it's really just overdriven. It seems like the majority of hosted sessions on iRacing is either Talladega or Daytona, or you know, the new Atlanta Super Speedway, a mile and a half that runs like Daytona. It just kind of gets worn out. And really, super speedways, I mean, there is an art form to racing at super speedways, staying in the draft, staying with the pack, but everybody likes to run them. I ran a better first lap than I did second. That's crazy, and qualified 13th. There is an art form to run in super speedways, but really there's not, as you saw there. I mean, I just qualified one-handed because I'm trying to set up another overlay here for the stream, and they're just incredibly easy to drive, especially when you're by yourself, and I don't really find any skill in it, so that's just me personally, I guess. Well, we'll go ahead and grid here. Throw the Twitch chat up. And let me go ahead and move that below the restream chat. That everybody can see it. And we'll go ahead and grid, see how this race goes. I'm assuming, I don't even know how many entries are in this race. Ooh, there's quite a bit. There's quite a few. Also, and we'll get to grid. Also, I do, you know, I do have my camera set up. This is me. I just figure if you're tuning into the stream, you're not here to see me. You're here to see iRacing because you're new to it, and or might be thinking about getting it. And that's really what we're going to gear our content toward.
All right, man, we're going green next time. Bye.
Because I know iRacing could be a very big purchase for anybody, especially, you know, who has.
The estimated SOF is
1,179.
Spotter to shut up. iRacing can be a pretty big.
Out there. Head down, stay sharp.
Pretty big expense. Man, they don't shut up, do they? Can be a pretty big expense for anybody. You know, unless you're independently wealthy. I mean, you're talking, you know, a yearly, 2-year subscription or a monthly subscription. And then, you know, the tracks that you have to buy, the cars that you have to buy. I think that, I think at first it's kind of eye-opening. You do get several tracks just with your subscription.
Everyone's gridded.
But I didn't realize how much money you can actually spend once you get kind of into iRacing. But you got to be smart with it. Like, there's several tracks out there that I don't own just because I know that I'm never going to run those tracks. I'm not real.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm going to apologize for the language. We are in a hosted session. So
one car.
You know, I don't run. You know, I've tried to get into the road racing on here. I will say that I've played, excuse me, I know you don't play simulators, you drive on them. iRacing is by far the most realistic simulator that I have run on. You know, and that's with NASCAR 2003, which is kind of the predecessor of iRacing, with Papyrus. Same folks came over and gave us iRacing, but you know, the F1 series 2022, 2023, you know, I've driven on those. Project Cars, I've driven on that. and I will say bar none when it comes
Green, take it easy, bud. We got it. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get to
to
green.
when it
We're gonna
comes
get there. I
when it
promise.
comes to oval NASCAR racing.
Oh, I know.
There is
I'm fucking
nothing.
bored and high as gas, man.
There's nothing that compares
Me
to.
too. Welcome to the show. I smoke all day, every day, but today I'm just exceptionally high because it's that Kush, a good Kush. Oh yeah.
I'm trying to turn that off for you because I don't want to listen to it either.
Live streaming, by the way, iRacing, Twitch.tv. So, shameless little promo.
Don't go to his Twitch channel. Go to mine. Stuck in the Catchfence.
Go to both, and then we can follow for
Get
follow
ready.
and cross swords and shit.
Yeah, I'm just messing around. Yeah, go check his out. Ours is pretty new. Our YouTube channel's not though. You can check that out too.
The pace car is in.
Shameless plug here. Shameless plug.
Put me
Green
in R
flag,
for
green
race.
flag.
Let's go.
This is gonna get bad. I think in this race there's some Mazdas, there's some cars of tomorrow. There's some new trucks, there's some old trucks. I don't know what iRacing did to keep them all at the same speed. Normally these trucks get up to speed a little bit faster than that. I could definitely tell that the setup has been taken down for this. So
Got one out.
Truck,
Top.
like, or hate bump drive.
Still there? Hold your line.
talking way too much to be racing, but
I think we love it.
All clear, all clear.
anyway, like I was saying, iRacing by far is when it comes, I think the oval track racing is the best simulator out there, bar none. I kind of feel, and you know, obviously I'm not a professional race car driver, but I kind of feel that the road racing in iRacing is just a little off to me. I know I've been in vehicles. I mean, I know how to drive an actual car, and I have an issue
Go
when
real left, real fast.
I have an issue when you lose control of a vehicle in a turn that should be controllable at 30 miles an hour, and I find that incredible
Got one inside.
that the iRacing hasn't really
Still there.
figured out road racing. I could be way off though. Maybe I just don't know how to drive
Still there.
road courses, which is very quite possible. Just
Still there.
you know, there's quite a bit of people that seem to love it.
Ripping in turn two.
Oh, we got a big wreck.
Good job, bro.
Go car up high. Go low. Still there. All clear, all clear.
I don't even know what lap we're on.
Sounds like you're sucking a bunch of dick.
I'm gonna have to
Your
go.
mama's-
I'm gonna have to delete that
Ripping
guy.
on the front stretch.
Are you playing?
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and mute them. I don't like listening to people just chatting when they're.
Got
racing.
one inside.
Oh,
3 wide, you're in the middle.
oh,
The car in P.
that was almost a bad push.
50.566. You're up top 3 wide. Hold your line. Ripping in turn one.
Oh.
All clear, all clear. Clear
Really
low,
nothing
clear
we can
low.
do about that.
On the back stretch. Inside. Clear low, clear low. Good job, man. You're in fifth.
Oh no, we're gonna have to get
Looks like
towed.
your car is towed. You'll need a tow back to the pit lane.
I don't know what
Push that
happened.
button. We'll come get you.
We're gonna try to make it back to pit road. That's terrible. Bounce. Oh, just incredibly terrible.
Got one outside.
We were running well
All clear,
too.
all clear.
We were in fifth. I can't steer. I can't steer at all. Oh no. I can't steer. We better get off the.
Car 9.
Has taken the lead.
Oh. Oh. We're gonna have to watch the
The car in
replay.
front is pitting.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get into the pits. It's still faster than getting your car towed, though. I can't steer at all. Uh-oh. I'm trying, guys. We're gonna have to get towed. I can't turn. Boo. Let's see what happened while they're towing us. We got 49 second tow. I'm not sure what happened. We were just running along, minding our own business. Yeah, it's that Sevens Jack Daniels car that was trying to push me all the way down to the back straight. Didn't know how to push. To be fair, if I think if I hadn't run insane amounts of over the last couple months, insane amounts of super speedway races, I probably would have lost the truck a long time ago. He got me real loose several times, but you know, I've learned that you just keep them straight and hope for the best, and normally you come out of them, but you can't come out of that. Let's watch that. Oh, we can go back to racing. Let's do that. Let's get back on the track. Nobody wants. Oh, there's our stuck in the Catchfence pit crew. They do an incredible job. I'm glad we pay them what we pay them.
That's it, go.
Oh my God! Oh, I forgot to turn my wheel. Still have my wheel turned all the way to the left from. Well, I was trying to get in the pits there. That's incredible. We're still in P17. We're on lap 5. I'm not sure what the leaders are on. Let's see how many laps down. I'm not sure how many laps down we are. Let's go to the high line here and get out of everybody's way. Maybe we can catch a draft.
Group of faster cars approaching.
Oh, you don't say.
You got one inside. Say hi.
See if I can
Clear low,
draft.
clear low.
I'm never going to be able to keep up with them. The NASCAR circa 2013 right there, I think. Can draft pretty well with them. Not going to be able to catch up to them. It's kind of a fun race. Glad iRacing did this in kind of the holdover day where they just, I think they even called this race ridiculousness or something. And it's kind of ridiculous. I will tell you, as far as trucks are concerned, it looks like we're not faring too bad with those. Definitely the top 3 cars are Gen 6 cars. I kind of knew that was going to happen. But I don't have the Gen 6 car, and I don't see much use for them. There's not a lot of action with the Gen 6 car, so I haven't purchased it. Which kind of gets us back to what we were talking about before the race started, and I got sidetracked, and the other guy was talking about his Twitch channel and his marijuana smoking, which we promptly muted. Family friendly on this channel, but I didn't buy and I haven't purchased the Gen 6 car. I see them in hosted sessions every once in a while. There is a lot of Gen 4 action, and those are really fun to drive, especially at some of the legacy tracks. So I didn't want to spend the $11.99, which is what a car cost on iRacing. The Gen 6 car might not be. It might be a cheaper car because I think it's
The leader
considered
is coming up on you. They're not
a
out
legacy
wide.
car
Pass
now.
the
I'm
car
not.
coming up quick.
I'm not real sure. I'd have to look.
Got one inside.
I've kind of
Clear
toned
low,
down.
clear
I've
low.
learned to only purchase things that I think I might use.
Inside.
I'm definitely not going to use a Gen 6
Still there.
car.
Hold your line. Clear
Oh.
low, clear low.
Oh, that was almost bad, and my fault.
Inside. Still there.
So, like I said, I kind of find this,
All clear, all
especially
clear.
this race, it is kind of boring. There's not much skill
Time
to
to go with the line.
keeping the car on the track here. But as you can tell, it doesn't take much for. Let's push this guy and have some fun.
Go high.
Braking on
Oh
the
no,
back
that's not good. We were gonna push them. They decided to wreck. We go back to our wreck. The reason you can, when you wreck and your car doesn't drive like that, you can't get towed to the pits. But the closer you are to the pits, the faster you actually get towed. So if I would have got towed from where the wreck actually would have happened, it probably would have been about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes that we would have had to get towed back to the pits. With us making it down the pit road, it was under a minute, so which is about a lap. And then of course, I was watching the replay, so I don't know how
Alright.
far over that time we went of the 50 seconds, but said this race doesn't matter. We're just out here having fun.
braking on the front stretch.
Let's give it a push here.
The leader just did a
53.791.
One common mistake I see that people make when they're trying to push here on iRacing is they try to line their steering wheel up with the center of their car, that they're pushing. So people, that looks like you're right in back of it when you're actually not. If you, what you need to think about when you're pushing is you need to align steering wheels, because that aligns your car to the rear bumper. So when you try to align your steering wheel to the middle of the car in front of you, you're actually off-centered. You're only pushing, 3/4 of their car, which will get them loose. That's what that truck was doing to me, and couldn't figure out why he was getting me loose, which is okay. So these are rookie races, and a lot of people do these for fun, or they're just getting into iRacing, learning how to drive, and on iRacing, and it does take a little bit of practice. So we're going to fall back a little bit, get out of his draft, and then come back in and give him a bump, which was almost bad. That was not a good push by me.
Oh my God.
That
Oh,
was.
that was a beat, but
I think this race is about over.
calm down. You want?
Also, these trucks, if you're going to run a long race at a super speedway and you do stay locked up like this, these trucks will overheat. So when you're running a race and you're seeing people getting high a little bit out of the draft, coming around the turns, they're letting their truck breathe. And it gives you the ability to make a run on the truck in front of you to give them a push.
Faster car coming up quick.
got one outside. Still there. All clear, all clear. Five to go at the line.
It's going well. Keep at it.
I don't know what my spotter just said. Oh, see, looking down on the, looking at my screen. I got all these neat overlays. Looking at my overlays and not paying attention to driving. I think that car's hanging back, trying to give us somebody to draft with.
All right, man. White flag at the line.
All right, one more lap. So,
You got one inside. Still there. Stay high. Still there. Hold your line.
Braking on the back stretch.
Stay
Nice
high.
tack there, guys.
oh, oh man. Oh man, I'm glad we were across the line when we did that. My bad.
We'll get them next time.
Braking in the tri-oval.
No worries.
Definitely wouldn't want to do that to you before the end of the race. All right, well, that was a fun little warm-up race, I guess. Let's see where we actually ended up. 16th in the race. That ain't too bad. Considering we got wrecked. Alright, let's get out of here and get registered for that Charlotte race. Travis Butt said, "Let's go!" on the book face. I can't see. I got two chat overlays here. One is one's for Twitch, which will show up in the restream chat at the top or top left of the screen there, and then we do have the Twitch overlay. So about 16 minutes away from Kentucky Speedway. Only about 7 people registered for that race as well. So maybe Travis Butt will jump in if he's watching and get registered. Maybe we'll run some trucks at Kentucky. That race went a little bit quicker than I thought it would. Tell you what we'll do. We'll get registered for that, and then we'll head on back in here in about 10 minutes. We'll leave the stream up and head on back in. In about 10 minutes. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll be back. We will be back shortly, about 11:40. I'll be back with the stream. We're just going to leave the stream up and run that race. I'm actually going to try to get a hold of Travis, see if he'll jump in and run it. I don't know if he'll be able to, and we will see how it goes.
T-Mobile saving
Yeah, I'm looking now. Got it, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, we're back, which should be a fun little race here at Kentucky Speedway. Just 30 laps. Kind of using this as a warm-up race for what iRacing has up this week. I'm going to try to qualify here. I don't know how this is going to go. I did run some practice laps earlier, which, having said that, I think I forgot to change the steering ratio in the truck. It comes standard with the 12-to-1 steering ratio. I don't like that. I like 10-to-1 on the trucks. Yeah, I don't like the way this feels at all, so I don't know how this qualifying session is going to go. I'll push, see what happens.
Green flag.
I'm not expecting to qualify real well. Not a whole lot of people in this lobby, but it seems like the ones that are, based on their I ratings and safety ratings, there's some pretty good drivers, so let's see what happens. Interesting that the this hosted session actually has 3-lap qualifying. Which this race is being hosted by, I believe his name is Mitchell Quales maybe. and he hosts a race on here about every 80 minutes, usually at Talladega or Daytona. But he'll throw in fun races like this every once in a while. Kentucky, he's doing some Charlotte, and they're usually some pretty quality sessions. Usually has several admins in the race, unless you get on real late at night, that will kind of keep things under control, kick people out of the session if they're just in here to wreck people. For whatever reason, I had an abnormal lap, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Hopefully, usually that means your internet kicked out for a second, and hopefully that's not the case, because that means the stream went dead and I'm talking to nobody.
There's the flag, man. It's over.
So, well, not the best qualifying effort. Qualified 8th, and I don't think there's many more cars than that in this race. Yeah, there's a few more.
Yeah, just put it back. If it's gone.
Yeah, there's the gentleman. He's actually qualified in P1 right now that actually hosts most of these races. Like I said, they do put on some good hosted sessions. So, and they are about every hour. So if you're looking for a good hosted race, if you get into iRacing or
What was that setup
currently
turn when you was trying it out?
on iRacing, it's good hosted sessions to do. I was hoping Travis was gonna jump in here. I know he's been busy, and didn't know if he was gonna make it home tonight in time to jump on with us.
Yes, I was asking what kind of lap time you were turning with that setup and you were testing it out.
About the same as my qualified lap. I use the same setup.
Oh, nice. Is it loose or tight or what is it?
Nah, it's in between. I mean, it's just right for me. It's definitely not loose and not tight, so.
So have you driven the fixed setup that they share at the iRacing house?
I don't know. I hadn't tried it.
I was just trying to compare. I think I'm going to throw it in there and see what happens because I'm well lost.
It should be better than the fixed setup.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, as you just saw there, and that's me just not paying attention to this being an open setup race, and actually didn't realize it until they started talking about it, that I still had the setup from Talladega on this truck. So that's probably the reason why we didn't qualify very well, because the gear ratio in the rear end is set real low, obviously, so you can get up to speed. So it doesn't get up to speed as fast, but the truck will actually go a lot faster. And that was not great. I thought our qualifying was really
man,
slow.
we're going green next time by. All right, man. Line up on the outside road now.
And I couldn't understand why we were running that bad, but that makes sense now.
Everybody for joining. Go around, buddy. I'll catch you up. I got to stop for a second.
See if this truck will even go 30 laps.
Mine won't.
Yeah, mine for sure won't, because I used the fixed setup and I only got 25 laps of fuel in it.
ready.
So that's another thing too. You can,
How many laps does the fix setup have?
All right, man. The pace car is in.
25. Probably could have added more, but I didn't pay attention.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah. I need to be better prepared when I do
Oh,
some
yeah,
of these
feels pretty good, bud.
hosted races. I know the majority of the races that I do,
Outside. All clear, all
official
clear.
races, I do like doing the fixed races only because you don't have to mess with setups.
Around. I thought you were going around. I drove her straight into the fence.
Although, I mean, this fixed setup, I mean, I think it feels pretty well, or pretty good. I really haven't learned or really gotten into being able to set these cars up, whether they be trucks or, you know, the Gen 4 car, the next gen car. I really don't understand what I'm doing when I try to set them up. So, as you can see here, these other trucks are a tad bit faster than me because I'm using the fixed setup provided by iRacing for Kentucky. But there's always some trade-offs. So iRacing, they're fixed setups. They're very balanced setups. So that's usually going to be the most stable you can get with any vehicle that you're driving, whether it be the trucks or Gen 4 car, next gen car. They're going to be the most stable. They usually so everything is kind of there's a ratio to your tire wear, your fuel consumption, all that to make it the most balanced setup possible. Now there's a trade-off with everything. Like you can make these trucks really fast here in the open setups like we're seeing here, but their tires are probably going to wear down a whole lot faster. So it's kind of where do you want to be at? Where do you think the race is going to go? With this only being a 30-lap race, you could probably get away with making these trucks as fast as possible, really keeping them low in turn 1 and 2, and running the middle here in turn 3 and 4. I don't know if you can see it on your screen. Turn 3 and 4 at Kentucky's is not banked as much as 1 and 2, so it's definitely you know, you got to enter and exit two different ways depending on turn 1 and 2 or 3 or 4. That's what when we get Travis Butt here on one of the iRacing streams where we're streaming out some races, we got a really cool setup that we put together in OBS where we're going to have side by side of his race screen and my race screen, and I think it'll be actually a good comparison for everybody to watch when we are able to do that. I think maybe we're going to try to do it tomorrow night. I'm not sure. We were going to try to do it tonight, but I think it'll be a good comparison to where you can actually see, you know, an actual race car driver, somebody that has experience in an actual race car, has competed, you know, with the elements, with the fear factor of you know, being in a car, you know, it actually hurting when you wreck, compared to me who has gotten into iRacing. I put in a lot of laps in iRacing over the last several months, but you know, I have no experience in a real race car, and you know, this is as close as it gets to me. And you know, from the reviews I've read from actual race car drivers, I guess this is as close as it does get to the actual thing. But
They're pretty cool, huh, these trucks? I hardly ever race them. That's the first race in a long time.
yeah, Mitchell, I wish you would. You do a lot of next gen hosted races, and I actually find I actually like getting in your races, but I find the next gen car incredibly boring to drive, so I don't do them too much. I do appreciate you though, and all the hosted races that you do put out. I know if there's not much in the hosted section, your race is always there. That's Mr. Falls there. That's the gentleman that I was talking about that hosts these races. But anyway, I get sidetracked a lot. Call it my ADD, if you will. That I may or may not have. I don't know. I think it'll be a good comparison for anybody tuning into the channel. Like I said, these streams are kind of geared for anybody new to iRacing, thinking about getting in it, or just like watching races, or likes watching me drive, and so and being able to tell themselves, man, I'm way better than that guy, which you probably are, honestly. But I just think it'd be a cool comparison to see an actual race car driver drive, somebody that has experience in a real car, and somebody that just races on iRacing, and how they take the turns, how they drive in traffic. I try to remain real cautious in traffic. I don't like taking other people out of races. I don't like being overly aggressive. I've watched Travis Buck race, and he races with respect on iRacing from what I've seen, but when it's time to get it and go, he drives out his windshield and not out his side windows or his rear view mirror. So, and he's pretty good at doing it. So I'm pretty excited to be able to do that stream here in the next day or two. Hopefully we can do that.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 4 seconds.
About 10 laps of fuel here. Lap 13. Yeah, we're gonna have to pit, which I don't like. Now, normally in these races, the cautions are iRacing controlled, and I know that you've seen a couple spin outs. Normally, iRacing will not throw a caution unless you become a hazard on the track or you're by yourself. But having said that, I've seen iRacing, the algorithm, throw a caution for people just bumping into the wall, and I've seen them not throw cautions for 2 cars sitting in the middle of the track. So you really never know when the cautions are going to come out, when there is an incident. But really trying to see here, when I was talking about the fixed setup being balanced, obviously those up front, they have really fast trucks. I'm really starting to wonder when I am going to see the makeup of tire wear compared to their trucks. I don't know if I am, because it doesn't seem like they're slowing down. I'm not making up much speed on the intervals, so.
Things go a lot slower on old tires.
That's kind of funny.
The leader just did a 31.33. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 4.4 seconds. The car behind is pitting. Good job, man. You're up the bit.
We're going to have to pit here in about 5 laps. So what we will try to do, try to make up as much time as possible. The problem is these trucks run about 2 seconds slower 20 laps in than what they do
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
when you're first starting
The
the
car
first
behind you is pitting.
10 laps or so. So
You're 4th place.
Figured out I ain't even got it.
you gonna make it on fuel?
The leader is pitting now.
Guess that answers that question.
Ten to go at the line.
The car behind you is pitting.
You're in 2nd. Car 8
Has taken the lead.
Well, let's see how this goes. I wish I had a little bit more fuel. See, we're gonna go ahead and pit the next lap. And the reason why is they're gonna come out of the pits with fresh tires, and
Keep digging, man.
they're gonna be
Full car down low.
any time that we just gained up by staying out while they were in the pits is gonna be negated by their brand new tires. So 41's pitting. So
The car in P8
Just hit the fastest lap. 30.044.
try to get
The
slowed
leader
down.
is pitting now.
Pit road here. Oh, I'm gonna get black flagged. I just sped a little bit on pit road. Hopefully it wasn't.
box in 10,
Hopefully it wasn't enough to throw me a penalty.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Oh, yeah, that didn't help. Kyle Busch in my pit stop. Speeding on pit road, missing my pit box, missing my pit stall.
All right, that's it. Go.
That doesn't help. Not getting it in gear doesn't help either. Oh man, yeah, that wasn't a great pit stop. See where we shake out here. Probably back in 5th. No, dropping positions, looks like. Yeah, that was not great. I have noticed this about Kentucky. I did notice in the practice session that I ran earlier today, or earlier this evening. Seems like if cars stay out for several laps like this, it does get pretty spread out.
6, 1.
Which I will say I live about 7 miles from Kentucky Speedway. Still don't understand why. I don't live in Kentucky, so don't hold that against me. Live across the river in Indiana. I don't understand why that speedway is shut down. I'll never understand that with some of the tracks that are on the schedule. With the short tracks not being worth watching, I just don't understand why Kentucky Speedway is not part of the NASCAR schedule. It's a good track, fun place to watch a race. Seen some very exciting races there. Became an IndyCar fan actually from Kentucky Speedway, because before Kentucky Speedway got their first NASCAR race, their first Xfinity race, or ARCA race, they had watched IndyCar there 2 years in a row, and never seen an IndyCar race. And this, I mean, we're talking 2005, maybe 2004, 2005 time frame. I'd never seen an IndyCar race in person prior to Kentucky Speedway. Went over there. I lived in Cincinnati at the time, so Kentucky Speedway was about 50 miles away. Went to Kentucky Speedway, and when I experienced those IndyCar race and the start of that race and those cars taking off, I was hooked. You know, I have a lot of bad things that I could say about the current IndyCar series. I don't think they promote it very well. I think it can be an exciting circuit. I think IndyCar, if they self-promote it a little bit better, if they put more ovals on the schedule, because oval IndyCar racing to me is far more exciting than what you get on road courses. But I'm not a road course fan. I'm okay. NASCAR schedule, having a couple on it a year. I think there's way too many right now. It's hard for me to watch Indy cars on road courses, but I don't miss when they're on an oval. I don't miss the Indy 500. I think it's incredibly exciting. But I also know they don't do many because it's incredibly dangerous. And there's been several IndyCar drivers killed over the years, and most of them have come on ovals. So I understand. I mean, that's why F1 won't ever race on an oval. Really, they won't race on an American road course that's set up for American-style driving, because F1 drivers are wimpy as hell, and they don't want to race real race circuits. As you can tell, I'm not a fan of F1.
You win, Lyle. I took tires. You didn't take tires, huh?
Hey Mitchell, if I'll jump in any of these that you throw up at Charlotte Trucks, Gen 4 Cup, whatever. This was fun. I like these mile and a halves.
There's the flag,
Man,
man.
they were like
It's over.
fucking 4 or 5 seconds ahead of me. I ran them down because I guess they pitted before me. So when I came out of the pits, I was back there in 3rd or 4th. I was like, fuck, I ran them down. I almost won. Another lap or two, I might have had them.
I bet your tires were going out quick because you were running hot.
Yeah, that was fun. Hope you post another one of these. Yeah, so that wasn't too bad. What we end
I'll
up
fill one
finishing?
up tomorrow night.
Good deal. Yeah, I'll be on. I think these mile and a halves are a good time. I always like I said, I always like it when you throw up the trucks or something else. I just think those next gen cars are kind of boring to drive. That's just me though. I know a lot of people don't feel that way. We ended up 7th out of 14th. I guess that's not too bad. Actually, really, we ended up 7th out of 8th because it doesn't look like the 10 through 14 car ran that race. So it is kind of bad, I guess. But it is what it is. I didn't expect much going into that as a hosted session. I didn't push real hard. I used the standard setup, so I don't know really what I was expecting. But it seems like we might have had some connection issues with that stream. I'm not real sure. If we did, I do apologize. I could tell that my overlays are not working for some reason, and I'm not real sure why. So what we will probably do is we're going to go ahead and end the stream for tonight. Like I said, I wanted to get on and do some racing on here tonight, but also hopefully tomorrow night Travis Butt and I can get on and do some racing together side by side. I think that'll be a good experience, and hopefully bring some more people into our Twitch channel and maybe over to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. If you do get a chance, head over to our Facebook page at Stuck in the Catchfence. You can just search it. You'll see it. You'll see the Stuck in the Catchfence. I mean, if you look at the hood of any of the cars here, that's our logo. Like our Facebook page, we just found out we haven't really promoted our Facebook page too much. Like I said, we've been primarily a YouTube channel. We really haven't promoted the Facebook page all that much, and recently found out that they are going to have a follower requirement to go Facebook Live now. We definitely don't want to lose that avenue to put our content out. So if you do get a chance, head over to Facebook. If you're on Facebook, follow our Facebook page. We greatly appreciate it. Follow our Twitch. We're trying to get that off the ground. And then, if you're into NASCAR, really auto racing in general, and you want to hear a good discussion a couple times a week or once a week or whenever you have time to listen to myself and Ryan Peters and Travis Butt talk NASCAR, follow the YouTube page as well. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free, and we'll normally get you the news in NASCAR faster than media outlets will, or really any other channel we're that passionate about it. So having said that, I'm going to go ahead and cut out of the stream tonight. If you joined us, I appreciate it, and hopefully we can bring you more racing tomorrow.